I'm not sure. Give me a sec. Wait.
Okay, so this story is not mine to tell. So my brother, his name is Rene, last year had the crazy idea of taking a, let's just say, underqualified motorcycle and go across Canada from Quebec City to Vancouver. And when he arrived to Vancouver, we did a little hiking trip and we had a great time. But you see, to him, the story didn't end here. He left his motorbike in Vancouver so that the next year he could embark on this even crazier journey. And so the idea is that Rene wanted to reach what was the northest possible point that you could get by car in North America, essentially. And so that's a place called Prudhoe Bay in Alaska. His goal was to take this scrappy motorcycle, and from Vancouver he would go to Prudhoe Bay. Like I said, this is not a story that is mine to tell, and he's actually planning on making a full-length video of his whole adventure. But I want to share with you guys one of the scenes that he showed me whilst we were both scrolling through some of his footage. Let me just say that after watching this footage, I literally had to question myself, like, how is this man still alive? Here's our context. Rene is on his way to Prudhoe Bay. His motorcycle is working, although in many instances, people highly discouraged him to attempt to do this trip using the current motorcycle that he had. But that didn't stop Rene. Rene is an absolute crazy madman, does not care, keeps moving forward. So one morning he wakes up, he looks at Google Map to see what's the current trajectory of the day. Google actually recommends him to do a U-turn and to take another route that is much longer and would add an extra 20 hours to his whole original plan. And the reason why is because the current road that he wanted to take is actually right next to a forest fire. So instead of taking the safe bet and doing the U-turn like Google would recommend him, he decides to go back to his original plan and to keep going regardless.
So I checked directly on the BC website, and the roads are not closed, but they're subject to being closed. So I'm just gonna risk it. I'm gonna go up. We're gonna go see what happens up there, and hopefully the road's not closed.
He keeps going with his original plan, and inevitably he gets stopped by a roadblock.
Oh, jeez. Hi, road's closed?
Yes.
But the lady explains how eventually they're actually thinking of opening the road.
Control burns and water bombs.
Right, okay.
So, nobody's going through right now.
Okay, well, I get that, okay.
Yeah, but 8:30, 9 o'clock we're hoping.
8:30, 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock we're hoping.
Okay, cool.
So Rene decides to just wait it out, eats his spaghetti on the side, and waits for the road to be unlocked, essentially. So eventually they unlocked the road. The way that it did it was that there would be a line of cars that would go by, and you had to stay in the line, in like formation, essentially. You couldn't really pass anyone. While he's going through this road, eventually he kind of realizes how this might have been a mistake. When you watch the footage, as he keeps moving, you can slowly see the atmosphere kind of just becoming much darker and darker, and the air is becoming much more thicker. It's becoming much more foggy. The sun is being hidden by the smoke, and it almost looks like post-apocalyptic. You can see firefighters still fighting literal branches that are still on fire. There are helicopters that are going in and out trying to give water. Like, he's literally right next to a forest fire. Whilst he's going, because there's more and more fog and there's a long line of cars, the cars start slowing down. Eventually they get to a point in which there's so much fog that you can barely see in front of you. And so the cars start slowing down because they want to drive more safely. But the thing is, Rene's on a motorcycle. He's wearing a helmet. He's still breathing this very thick and heavy air. The only thing that he wants to do is to get out of here as quickly as he can, but he has to follow this line, and all of these cars are going slowly because they can't see what's in front of them. At some point, the motorbike starts malfunctioning.
That is not the time.
The engines just starts revving in weird ways, and it doesn't want to go forward anymore. That is the last place you would want your scrappy motorcycle to stop working. And so a couple stops him and asks him if he needs help. He's not really sure what's going on. In his mind, the first problem is maybe the engine's too hot. He's not really sure.
Are you okay?
I'm not sure. Give me a sec. Wait. Yeah. I think the engine's too hot, maybe. Yeah, I'll give it 2 minutes and I'll see for the last car, and then I'll ask him, okay? All right, see ya.
But then a second car comes around and asks him, do you need help? And obviously he has no idea how to fix this problem. His engine is just not working.
I think the engine's too hot. I think that's what's going on. Or I'm not sure, actually.
The first time that he showed me this scene, like, the suspense was absolutely insane. And the crazy part is, like, I know how the movie ends, but, like, the suspense is insane. Out of an absolute miracle, the motorcycle ends up...
Okay, I think we're good, actually. Yeah.
Stay behind you, sorry.
That would be very appreciated. Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, eventually the motorcycle ends up working again. He catches up to the line, and the nice couple that offered help ended up staying behind him just to make sure that he was going to make it all the way through. Eventually he ended up having lunch with this couple, and he went on his way to go to Prudhoe Bay. Now, let me just say, this is just one of the many crazy scenes that he told me about. Like, this whole adventure is filled with absolutely crazy stories like that. The fact that this man is still alive blows my mind.
Rene, can you do the subscribe pitch, please?
Yeah, okay, guys, don't forget to smash the like button like I smashed your mom last night. I'm sorry.